came up with these very elaborate mock drafts. Analytics involved, the whole thing. No, I'm completely lying. This is probably not going to be a great mock draft, but it's 1.0 from my perspective. So you got the top 10 picks: Cardinals, 49ers, New York Jets, Oakland Raiders, Las Vegas in 2 years? Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the Giants, Jaguars, Lions, Bills, and Broncos. So that's your top 10 right now. We're just going to dive right into it. Brennan, who do you got going number one?
Not Kyler Murray.
I
got Nick Bosa going.
You want to be different.
I got Nick Bosa going. I think Kyler Murray's going to drop in the draft a little bit. I don't know if there's a spot for him even in the top 10 after the Cardinals pass on him. He just doesn't fit many schemes.
What it looks like is he would go 15 if he didn't go 1. To the Redskins.
Yeah, I think maybe the Dolphins might make a bid on him, but I don't think... He's either going top 10 if there's no movement in the draft, or out of the top 10 if there's no movement, unless if another team moves up to get him if the Cardinals don't take him number 1. Which I think is a highly possibility, but we didn't factor any trades into our mock draft, so we're just going to go straight down the line.
No, it's crazy. What I got is going to be involved in a trade, but it's not a draft trade. Like, it's outside. Kyler Murray goes number 1 to the Cardinals. Josh Rosen gets sent over to New England.
I can see that happening. I was just playing it straight through the thing.
Yeah, I'm just saying that. Because you just drafted Josh Rosen, so you'd have to have...
If they draft Kyler Murray number 1, which is a high possibility, Josh Rosen has got to be gone.
He's going to New England, and then he's going to go 15 years winning chips. All right, so second pick, 49ers. Who you got?
With Nick Bosa already off the board, I got the 49ers going with the second best pass rusher out there, Josh Allen from Kentucky. Dude's lightning fast. He's got long arms, sort of like cameraman Angelo here. He's sort of a spider monkey.
Angelo with the blah!
He's the type of spider monkey type of guy. So
yeah,
that's why I like Josh Allen at number 2 for the 49ers.
I switched it up a little bit. So I went Nick Bosa number 2. Nick Bosa could, if it wasn't for the Kyler Murray thing and how gifted he was, Nick Bosa's number 1 talent. He obviously has his brother. Like, he has the experience. I think he'll be able to adjust to the platform pretty well. He's gonna go number 2 in my mock draft 1.0. So sliding into number 3, this is where stuff's gonna get different. Who you got?
I got Quinnen Williams.
Oh, for
I don't know if
I got him too.
The Jets got rid of Sheldon Richardson, so they're gonna need someone to plug the run, especially playing.
And they love drafting. Dominant inside defensive linemen.
And there's nothing more reliable going into the NFL than anyone that comes out of Alabama. So
yeah,
big Quinnen Williams fan. That kid's a massive human being.
Yeah,
I think he's like 20 or 21 years old. He's just massive.
So going to 4, I took your second round pick, Josh Allen. I had him going to the Raiders. I think the Raiders, they will kind of plug a hole with that. But, I mean, the Raiders, they have a bunch of crazy stuff going on with Antonio Brown. And who else did they get? They got Antonio Brown. They made some moves.
They made a few moves.
Oh, no, they got from the Patriots. They got a Trent, why can't I think of his name right now? Trent Brown. The left tackle that's like now the most picked. But yeah. So you have the Raiders. I got Josh Allen. Who you got?
I got the Raiders going either one or two ways. I got most likely. I think they'll go with Devin White from LSU as like Khalil Mack's sort of replacement, edge rusher / linebacker. So I like Devin White a lot. I think that's what they can and should do. If not him, Montez Sweat from Mississippi State. I like him a lot too. That's a big ass dude. But I think Devin White will go 4. And then I have Montez Sweat going 5th to the Buccaneers. Boy, you got a 4.
At 4, oh no, I have Josh Allen.
You got Josh Allen at 4. Where'd you got at 5 then?
So 5, I have Devin White with the Buccaneers.
Okay.
I got Tampa Bay. I'm not as familiar with their defense, which I should probably know a little bit more about their defense. I know offensively they're going through some weird things. Mike Evans, I don't think he's really fitting, but I think defensively, Devin White is going to make a difference from that linebacker, like you said, outside rusher. But he can still, I think he can play a little coverage too. Like I think he would definitely go 5 in mine. Who you got 6?
I got the Giants, despite Kyler Murray still being on the board, as far as my board, not being drafted number 1. So with the 3 best quarterbacks still on the board for the 6th pick, Kyler Murray, Haskins, and Drew Lock from Missouri, I still have him going with Dwayne Haskins, even though Kyler Murray's on the board.
I have the same.
I think it fits the scheme a little bit better.
It's just not as fun without OBJ.
The slip is going to continue for Kyler Murray.
It's just not as fun without OBJ, but I have the same. I have Dwayne Haskins going to the Giants. It's just going to be different. I don't know. I mean, Sterling Shepard, that team, I don't know. But, yeah, I have Dwayne Haskins going. Now going into the Jags.
The Jags at 7, I got DK Metcalf, I think.
You got DK.
I don't know how effective he's going to be. I think he's going to have to be he's going to have to slowly get into a role, but I think everyone's jumping onto it. His athleticism and his athletic
and his
attributes.
horrible cone drills and shuttle. Those.
He's just a freak athlete. He's just a strong guy.
Well, I'm just saying those are the things that differentiate him. Well, I'm talking about in a negative way. Did you see his cone and all that stuff?
Yeah, it wasn't that good.
No, it wasn't good, and that's gonna be his lateral quickness.
Yeah,
that's and that's what I think will be the problem with him.
I think he'll go there. I question how effective he'll be in the first year or 2.
So, I'm having to look back. I have Jawan Taylor for the Jags, but I was in between Greedy Williams, cornerback. I was in between him because I think just with that secondary, I honestly think Jalen Ramsey's going to leave soon.
Okay.
I think through a trade. I think somebody else going to get him because he just talks too much and he's already put so much down on that team. So I was thinking Greedy Williams, but I ended up going with Jawan Taylor, offensive tackle. He left last season with a torn ACL, but I believe that they need to build that lineup because they have Leonard Fournette and they have T.J. Yeldon. They have a running game, but they don't have good pass protection or run protection. So I want Jawan Taylor. And then now going into 8.
Lions at 8. I got Rashawn Gary. I think they're going to address the defense a little bit. They need to go somewhere on defense. The Lions do with this, whether it's pass rusher, run stopper, defensive back, linebacker. I think they have to go defense, but I think the best player on the board right there is going to be Rashawn Gary. So I'm not from Michigan, so I like him going number 8.
Cool. Yeah, see, I want Greedy Williams, and that's who I liked him a lot. And the one he's coming from LSU, tough cornerback, and LSU produces cornerbacks.
Yeah, they produce secondary players.
Cornerbacks. They produce secondary players. And the thing about them is they just got Trey Flowers from the Patriots, who is an animal. Matt Patricia knows what to do with him, but the one thing that Matt Patricia does is run a lot of Bill Belichick defense and have a lot of basically where they put the secondary corner on the number 1 receiver and just have him shadowed. So I think if you use that with him, with Greedy Williams bringing him into that scheme of the Lions, and then have Darius Slay as the primary corner on the second, I just see it working. So I say Matt Patricia brings in Greedy Williams. Going to 9?
Going to 9, I got Greedy Williams going to the Bills.
Oh, you got Greedy Williams?
Yeah, I got Greedy Williams going to the Bills. Great coverage corner, needs to work on tackling a little bit. He wasn't the most effective tackler at LSU. But if he can if he can lock down the number 1 receiver and not have to worry about tackling, it's well worth the number 9 pick in the draft.
Yeah. So I had DK. Metcalf going. I think it could be horrible or great.
Real.
I think it could be horrible or great because Josh Allen, everybody talked about his arm. So
if that guy can get down the field,
but if he can get down the field,
that ball 70 yards,
and he just throws and then DK just runs a straight sprint, just manhandles whatever corner, and just at the line, if they got him pressed, whatever, just throws him out the way, and he could just run straight down the field, a little post route, whatever. I think it could work, or it could just be horribly messed up, and he can't run any routes, let alone have a quarterback that can barely throw any type of inside routes with accuracy.
I think DK Metcalf might be the biggest question mark of the whole entire draft.
But that's how I felt about Josh Allen as a quarterback last year when he got drafted. I had no idea. Because obviously he can go and throw a ball 70 yards, but can he accurately?
Yeah.
He really proved that. So DK, I think they could be really good or really bad, but I have him going to the Bills. You got Broncos.
The Broncos at 10, I got Ed Oliver, sort of rounding off the top 10 picks in the draft, another defensive player, interior defensive player. I think this guy's a stud, honestly. I think Ed Oliver has done it for like 3 years. I think he would have been more beneficial coming out of the draft last year. But I think he's, if not the best, one of the best pass rushers in this whole entire draft. And I think they're lucky to get him at 10.
Okay. I have Jonah Williams. He offensive tackle from Bama. I have him just because of the instability that they have at quarterback. They have way too much issues going on right now, and you need to keep everybody protected. I mean, just because you have Flacco going over there and you have this huge quarterback mess, I think they need to kind of shore up the offensive line, and then you can get the running game going. And their line's not that good. Mm-hmm. So if you bring in a top tackle like that and you're able to kind of shore up the offensive line a little more, the running game flows, and then whatever quarterback John Elway decided he wanted that month or whatever, Joe Flacco, who knows who, will be a little more protected. So that's what we're going with for this mock draft.
Top 10, mock draft 1.
Mock draft 1.0. We're going to have more on the way. I think we're going to be able to do a little more research and more time going towards the draft. Like, it's just going to come up. So we got more to come.
More content coming soon.
More content coming soon. And the Patriots, they're about to get, what's